Hi there! In our ongoing quest to take our cake making to the next level, let's learn some tips to layer, fill, and frost your cake better. Have you ever tried filling a cake only to have the filling come out the sides? Or when you are layering a cake and the end result is not even? How about having the frosting on your cake filled with cake crumbs? Let's talk about 5 steps that will take your cake to the next level. The first step is to mix and bake your cake. If you haven't seen our video, Cake Basics, Baking a Cake Better, the link is in the description below. For this video, I will be using a standard chocolate box cake that has already been baked. The second step is to create your cake layers. I have used 2 methods for slicing a cake. The first is to use a cake slicer, and this is my preferred method. A cake slicer is more accurate and it allows you to adjust the height quickly, plus it's simple to use. If you do not have a cake slicer, you can use dental floss. Take a piece of floss that is much larger than the diameter of the cake, wrap the ends of the floss around your pointer fingers, then line up the floss on the side of the cake and pull the floss through the cake. If you're going to freeze your cake and frost it later, be sure to separate your layers with foil. For more information about why to freeze your cake before frosting, see our video, Tips for a Moist Cake. The link is in the description below. The third step is to make your filling and frosting in advance. This will make for a faster cake assembling process. I am making a vanilla pudding filling with sliced bananas. I have a trick for making this filling thicker than a usual pudding. Start with a box of instant pudding. Add only half of the milk required. Mix well and fold in 8 ounces of Cool Whip. Place your filling in an airtight container and refrigerate for at least 1 hour. The filling will thicken up in the refrigerator. The frosting I am using for this cake is Pastry Pride non-dairy whip topping, but you can use your favorite frosting. I have found the best way to whip up Pastry Pride is to do it in batches and use the wire whip mixing attachment. It takes 7 to 10 minutes per batch to whip the frosting stiff. When you are done with whipping the frosting, transfer it to an airtight container and refrigerate until you are ready to use it. The fourth step is to assemble and frost your cake. Start by putting your frosting into a large piping bag without a tip. Next, place the first layer of cake on your platter or cardboard. We want to create a moat on top of the cake by piping the frosting onto the outer perimeter. This is how we keep the filling from seeping out the sides of the cake. Now, spoon a small amount of filling inside the moat and spread it evenly. Then put a single layer of banana slices and then another layer of filling. Place the next layer of cake on top and repeat this process until the last layer of cake is in place. At this point, you are ready to frost your cake. So use the remaining frosting in the piping bag to fill any gaps on the side of the cake. This is a really easy way to level out the cake. Next, squeeze out some of the frosting onto the top of the cake. You want this first round of frosting to be a thin layer, which will catch the cake crumbs. Use an angled icing spatula to spread the frosting evenly. Then go over the entire cake a second time with a thicker layer of frosting. Try to get the frosting smooth and neat. The fifth and final step is to decorate your cake. For this cake, I am going to make a few pink roses with green leaves for the top, and I am going to use the frosting to pipe out the top and bottom borders. You can decorate your cake any way you like. If you want to use sprinkles only, my only recommendation is piping the top and bottom borders first and then add the sprinkles. I hope this video was helpful and that you can use these tips to take your cake making to the next level. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.